So I've just got to John and Kerry's. We're back at the camper build and we'll go and have a look and see how far they've got now. So back at the van build, we'll have a quick look around. I'll show you what's going on with the van build, but this week it's been all about the roof rack, so we'll get into that in a couple of minutes. Now, a couple of people have asked me to show them the inside of these windows again, so let's just run along. It's all got the 40mm insulation in now, and it's all been taped up, and this is now all but ready. I did show you this last week, but people have asked just to see from inside, and they've asked to see the outside looking in, so I will get that this week. There's the other side. Just show you that around there. Right, okay, so the changes for this week, I'm sure you've seen many of these fitted. I didn't actually get this on film, but you'll have seen loads of these. This is just a max span now gone in. I love these are absolutely essential. I use mine constantly. Probably why I don't suffer with condensation, but yeah, they are really good. Expensive, but good. Now the insulation is just going onto the top. You've seen us use these before. You just stick the pad to the roof, stick the insulation to that, and then you clip it with this little clip. What goes on there. They aren't going any further with that because they've got some lights to go down the side, so they want to run some wires down the side of here before they put the insulation in. They're the lights for the roof rack, which we'll get onto in a minute. And that's been it for in here. Kerry's painted the seat and all this lot in black. Looks really good. She used the same stuff as she used on the windows for that. It looks really good actually. And there you are, all the windows in. I'll take you outside in a minute and we'll have a look from the outside in. So this week really they've just finished the insulation on the windows. They've finished the top. That's John being noisy upstairs on the roof. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, all the insulation finished. Max span now in place. It was quite lucky for them because they had a square and it seems to have just been just about right. Whereas mine, I took one of these out and then I had to make it smaller. I had to make the hole smaller and fabricate a plate what went on. You can see that in the other video. God's sake. He's just fitting the front of the roof rack. Right, I'll show you outside these windows because that's it for in here. Roof insulated, max span in. Windows, the sides are now finished. Windows are all done, all taped off. And the frame's not different. Oh, they've insulated this back bit up here. That's all gone in now. And the back is now fully insulated. I don't think they had that done the other week. God, I thought that was wet paint on my coat. So I'll show you the outside because people have asked. They want to see these windows from the outside. So here we go. But that's what the windows look like from the outside looking in. A lot of people asked me to do that. So that's what it looks like. I'll try and get it higher. And you can see it does look really tidy actually, but we'll go and have a look at the other side. I'll just whip on next door's driveway. And that's from the other side. Hopefully I'll walk along and then you'll see through. it's quite hard to get it on film because it's a bit different from the outside. It sort of reflects everything when I'm filming, so you don't really get to see it, but I hope you can make it out through that. And that's 25mm box, is it, John? What you're just putting around the edge?
Box I've used on the main structures on the cross members. I've used 25 by 50. Made all the brackets, welded them all together. So I've made 5 separate brackets, and then I've made the separate frames in 25mm box section. I've welded them all together under the instructions of Kerry, because I don't do anything without Kerry's instructions, because she chows at me.
Never mind there.
So yeah,
Quite tidy actually.
so I'm just doing the front bits now, and then I can hopefully by next week you might see some ladders going up the back. You might do, depends on the weather. I'm trying to get as much done while the weather's dry outside as I possibly can, but if it starts raining...
Bolts.
What's that, love?
2 bolts.
2? You want me to use 2 bolts?
Yes, each
What,
side.
at each side?
Yes.
That's 2 bolts.
Yes.
Whatever you say.
You
Well,
know,
that is.
You two are wound-up natures.
So what she's trying to explain is I've only put 1 bolt in here, and she's saying that aesthetically that's not pleasing to Kerry. So I've now got to take this bolt out, weld the hole up, that's there, and then put 2 holes in so that there's 2 bolts there, because that's aesthetically pleasing to Kerry. So that's what I've got to do.
Well, if it's
Because, as we all know, whatever Kerry says goes. So anyway, going back to the conversation I was just having with myself, providing the weather's alright, maybe by next week I might get the ladders up the back constructed, fabricated and ready to put on. They're going to get bolted in and bolted up to the top of the roof rack. But again, I'm working under the supervision of Kerry, and I have to put all my ideas past Kerry first.
She QC.
Because she's quality control, and also she's a whip cracker, and she cracks a whip. And when she says jump, I don't ask why, I ask how high, Kerry.
Stop waffling, then I'm going to go up now. But and this is what you use for the side.
No, that's no.
What's that then?
For the side, I used. For the sides, I made these brackets up. I knocked these brackets up, and basically, this is 50mm by 25. Okay, and I basically made that's my template. I made a bracket, and then once I got the height and everything, I then made 10 of these, and then basically what I did is I got same thickness. Hang on a minute, where are we? Same thickness, and basically welded it across.
Yeah.
So I've got five of those.
Yeah.
And basically they're all bolted to the frame of the van. And then basically I made the rest of the framework out of 25 box.
It's basically this week's word.
Eventually, it could be something different. But have you seen this?
So it's basically.
Look at this, my Bezzy trousers.
Look at that.
Look at my Bezzy trousers.
How many pairs of trousers has he gone through on this job of my van?
About 5. About 5 pairs of trousers. So yeah.
You have to stop getting them from charity shops and
Well,
buy some.
I like charity shops. There's not wrong with charity shops.
Right, so we'll have a look at the rope rack, and that's what he meant, is put the, I don't know if you can see that, that's the bracket he made, which is bolted into the side on riv nuts, and then he's got that little tab on the end what is welded on the end, and then this pushes onto that. I hope you can see that. And that pushes onto it, and then it's just a matter of going across with straight bar. And the reason it's building it while it's up here is because it's really heavy, so he has to sort of make it so that it can take it to bits, because this roof rack's got to come back off. And the reason it's coming back off is because they want to paint it and then paint all the roof as well. And you can see the brackets across there. I'm not going to walk on the roof because there's no need to. 5 brackets going across the top, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the back, and they're just like he explained, but in the same gap. And then they've just put on these, like, these bits later. And this will all undo, that's why he's got it bolted, because it'll all undo for now. When it goes on here permanent, John, are you going to weld it up?
No, I'm going to leave it, so I'm just going to bolt it all together so it's solid enough, it ain't going anywhere.
Right, so he's going to bolt it up when that's done. So Max spanning, and he's kept the 2 vents there. Yeah, I'm just looking at this back end. That's the back end all in place. I think I showed you that last week, but I'll just go over it again. That plate's welded on now, all ready for its back stuff. Ready to be painted. Thinking that's where the ladder's going to go, across there somewhere. The electric box has gone into the side. His electric's still going there, that's the feed for the electric. The insulation that Kerry used, John and Kerry used, by the way. This is the 40mm Celotex, or whatever to call it, and that's the 25mm. So they use this for what? I don't. So they use this for the walls and the ceiling and the back. So is it Celotex? Celotex.
Celotex.
So they use that for the floor. No, they use that for the walls and the roof.
Rectisil.
Oh, Rectisil. That's it.
Rectisil.
Yeah, Rectisil. Oh, so where did I get Celotex from?
You know, I don't, maybe it's unique. Okay, what I plan to do is I plan to weld a piece of metal there,
Yeah.
right, and I plan then to weld another piece of metal on there, and then I'm going to bolt it from there,
Yeah.
because that's the way you want me to do it.
I can go with
And
that.
whatever you say goes.
It's aesthetically pleasing.
It's aesthetically.
Pleasing.
Is that a bit light up your rectal?